Hey, good morning, YouTube. This is your Hash Master General on Thursday morning. I believe today is December 17th. I could be wrong. I've had a pretty bad cold for a few days. I'm just coming on today because I want to put it out there that no matter what people may say or think, I would never hurt anybody or cause harm to anybody for any reason other than them trying to perpetrate violence against myself or my daughter or my wife. I would never hurt anybody for any reason. I'm 100% against hurting people for any reason. My slogan is do no harm. And that's how I live my life. I've said before that I'm a Christian. I am a constitutionalist. I do believe in the Second Amendment. I believe in all the amendments, and the first and the second are kind of big for me because, if told to by someone who had authority, I would defend your right, even if I didn't believe in what you were saying. I would defend your First Amendment right, and that's I would die for your First Amendment right, even if I didn't believe what you were saying. And you may think that's stupid, but that's how much the Constitution means to me and how important it is and how important the First Amendment is. I'm a non-violent person. I am probably one of the most laid-back people that you know. I am very excitable at times. I do have a big mouth. I talk loud and I talk too much. But you will never hear from my mouth that I am going to do a person harm because he cut me off, or I'm going to do a person harm because I don't like them or their views or any reason. I am not a violent person. Again, I reiterate, I am not a violent person, nor am I the kind of person who would stock weapons of war to use against other people. I don't believe in that either. I believe in being prepared, but I don't believe in some of this nonsense I see on the internet where people have got 15 automatic rifles and they're, or I'm not a gun nut, all right. I think if you own one person shouldn't own more than, I don't think, 7 guns in their whole collection, and that pretty much covers everything. A long rifle, a short rifle, lever action, maybe a cowboy pistol, but anything over that is excess, I would say. And unless you're a dealer, you don't need that many guns And I mean, 7 guns, I'm not saying per person. I mean, that's like a whole family. I mean, in a house, if you lived in, say, a rural area, you would probably have a shotgun above your fireplace or something like that, to scare away coyote, or God forbid to shoot a wild animal, that was maybe killing your chickens or something like that. You might have a gun for hunting. Maybe you're a hunting enthusiast, and you have 1 or 2 rifles that you like to use when you go hunting. Or, I'm really strict when it comes to those things, and the Second Amendment was set up so that we could never again be controlled by our government by force. By a government by force. I mean, England had so much more weapons than we did, and it made our fight against them and succeeding to become our own sovereign republic very hard. So that is one of the reasons why the Second Amendment exists, is so that a government could never take away the Constitution from its people. The Constitution is the backbone of our government, and a lot of people in our government, I think, have forgotten this. There's a lot of unconstitutional and un-American talk that goes around nowadays, and I think that's bad too. In the I'm an American. I'm born here. I was born here. My mother was born here. My father was born here. My grandfather immigrated from Italy when he was very young with his parents. Legally, I believe they came in. I'm pretty sure they came through Ellis Island. My last name is actually a town, and it's kind of funny because in the movie The Godfather, they give Don Corleone, Marlon Brando, they give him the name Corleone because that's where he's from, and they can't say his last name because they can't pronounce his last name, so they call him Corleone. And that's how he gets the name. And I kind of think it's funny because my last name is basically a town like Corleone in Italy. Frusetti. I mean, you can look it up. I mean, I know I just gave my last name out on YouTube, but I'm not really that worried about it, to be honest. If you can even figure out how to spell it. And if you wanted to steal my credit, good luck. You would just get bad credit. You can have my bills. Take them, please. But the whole reason why I'm ranting this morning on YouTube is that there's a bunch of reasons really, but the main reason is that I just want everybody to know. Everybody who knows me already knows this. Is I'm the kind of person that is always willing to help. Sometimes that gets me in trouble. Not legal trouble. I'm not stupid enough to break the law, but I sometimes bite off more than I can chew. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette, so that makes this video 18 and over, please. I do not know how to turn that function on, but anyways, I think I'm afforded life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And right now, having this cigarette makes me happy. So, where was I? Yeah, I am 100% nonviolent. Um, I do like firearms. I have a special knack with firearms. I know how to take them apart, put them back together. Um, I know how to fix them. Um, even ones that I've never seen before. I kind of have this sixth sense about how they work and what makes them tick and how they go together and how they function properly, and if something has a problem, what that problem might be. And I attribute that to my grandfather on my father's side. He was a mechanic and a machinist and a fabricator. He built cars from the ground up. He was a hunter. He crafted his own stocks for some of his rifles, which were very nice. He did some out of walnut walnut and I think if I'm not mistaken, I think it's called the burlwood stock, and it's very beautiful wood. He put that on a 7 millimeter Nazi sniper rifle that he commandeered during the war and was allowed to keep. Um, and So yeah, I have an interest in guns. I'm sorry if that frightens people, but know that I would never discharge a gun in public or within city limits. I know the rules and regulations about firearms. Um, I've never ever been convicted of a firearm or a violent crime. I never will be. Um, Good Lord willing. But no, that's just not the person I am. I'm not the kind of person who would seek violence in the first place. I, I, I wouldn't go looking for something that was illegal to own. Clips that were held a higher capacity than was legal for a civilian to own, or something that was automatic, or even a 3 round burst. In my state, that's illegal. I wouldn't try to buy that kind of a weapon ever. I kind of don't believe I believe that unless you're in the army, you don't need an automatic weapon. Um, there's no need for an automatic weapon unless you're in wartime, and you're fighting in war. And a civilian just really doesn't have a need for an automatic weapon, in my mind. That's the way I think. Um, Semi-automatic does just fine for hunting, for utility purposes, and for protection, quite frankly. And it's not like the clip sizes, although 10 rounds, when a crook comes, they're not coming with a 10 round clip. They're going to come with a 30 round clip or a 15 round clip, maybe even a 90 round drum. Who knows? But I guarantee you they're not going to be carrying a legal firearm, and it's not going to be up to California's legal specs. In fact, it'll break all of their legal specs. So that does put civilians, who want to protect themselves, at a disadvantage, and I don't think that is fair either. But those are the laws, and I follow laws to the T. I don't even smoke recreational marijuana. The marijuana that you see me smoke in my videos, I have a prescription for it, and not just from some pay as you go doctor who doesn't even look at you. I've been actually poked, prodded. Um, I've been on the table in my underwear basically to get my marijuana card. I have damage in my back and in my neck, and it causes me extreme migraines and pain that sometimes only marijuana can help. Not to mention, I have problems with my stomach as well. But that's off topic right now. Um, Basically, what I'm just trying to say is that your Hashmaster General is not a lawbreaker, and he's not a killer either, and he's not a thug or a gangster or anything like that. All right, I wear camouflage. I wear green because I like it. Uh, when I was a kid, it was cool to play G.I. Joes, and uh, that was what we did. We went around and we played G.I. Joes, and we were boys, and boys wore camouflage pants, and sometimes they wore boots, and because they lasted longer, and because we were hard on our clothes. So, I mean, I just wear what I'm comfortable in. So, if my dress makes anybody uncomfortable, then they need to ask themselves why I make them feel uncomfortable. They haven't if they feel uncomfortable because of the way I'm dressed, when I'm dressed perfectly normal for anybody, then they need to ask themselves what is their hang up. Okay? Because there's people who walk down the streets with I mean, it's okay to walk down the streets with wearing a vagina on your head, but I can't wear a camouflage hat or have a beard. I'm a man. I let my facial hair grow sometimes. So what? But again, YouTube, this is starting to feel like a rant. I want to give a shout out to the gentleman who is a true American hero, and I should remember his name, but I don't. But he's the one that started the GoFundMe page for the wall. I think this man is a true American hero, a true American patriot, and he has gone far and above his duty, and he has given far more than any of us could give in one lifetime. Any of us walking around, that is, could give in one lifetime. This man is a saint, and I hope people recognize him for what he is, and that is he is a saint and a patriot and a veteran and a distinguished gentleman. And my hat's off to you, sir. Like I said, if I ever met you, I would salute you with respect and dignity, the dignity that you deserved. And in my book, you're aces, pal. So Hashmaster General gives it up to you, bud. All right, and later when I'm not going on a rant about violence and not being a violent person, and by nature, I think I'm going to talk about you and the wall and what's going on there and how I feel about that and how I know how it affects California in my area and what happens in my area due to illegal immigration and what has happened because of it. Um, and maybe the school systems, we might get into that a little bit. But I'm going to have some evidence for you. I'm not going to come off the cuff like this. I'm going to have some evidence to back it up. I'm going to give you some numbers and I'll let you be the judge of the whole situation. But for today, December 17th, your Hashmaster General is going on record to say that he is not a violent person and he would never hurt anybody who wasn't already trying to perpetrate violence against my family. And that's like a robber or a home invader or something like that. Um, Nobody is doing such thing, so there's no I'm not gonna hurt anybody. Everybody, I am a perfectly safe person to be around, and anybody who accuses me otherwise is a liar, basically, and they don't know me because I would give you my last dollar, my last dime. I would take the jacket off my back to put it on yours if you were cold, and I would suffer just because. I That's what it says in the Bible, man. If someone asks you for your jacket, give them your shirt too, man. And that's how I live. And I'm 100% Christian. I believe in Christ. I believe in God very deeply. Without them, I would not be alive today. Um, I should have died many times before, but for some reason, Christ has kept me alive, and um, I'm on home team, always on home team, and I always will be. Um, I always will be a devout Christian, and I'm not a racist, and that's a little, just a little look under the hood, so to speak, of the character of the Hashmaster General. I'm basically just a laid back, pot smoking dude that has some pretty outspoken views on certain things. That's it. That's it. That's all. Um, Thank you for listening to me rant for a whole 23 minutes and 15 seconds and counting. So I'll get off before I hit 24. Thank you very much, YouTube, and subscribe if you can. And if I see the subscriptions going up, I will put some really exciting content in here. I have some really exciting things that I can do. I'm just waiting for the subscribers. I guess that's how you get the subscribers, though, is by doing the exciting things, right? So, anyways, that's it, YouTube. You have a great day and a great Christmas. Have a great holiday. Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. Have a great one, and I hope it's your family. I hope your family comes together, and I hope everything goes well for you, and there's lots of love, and it's not it's an easy time. It's not one of those times where you have to buckle down and work hard. I hope everybody has a nice break, and I love you guys. God bless you, and I will talk to you when I see you next. Subscribe if you want. If you don't want, then oh well. I'm going to keep being me, and I'll keep being here. And that's it. So thank you, YouTube. Have a nice day.